What's up, y'all? Welcome back to MTG Arena. I'm gonna hop into another draft here. Got completely hosed this morning and ended up not being able to use that video, so hoping for some better luck in this draft. Sometimes it'd be like that. Just have a pretty quick 1-3 and get knocked out. All right. So, open the pack, have some pretty good choices, have some good red cards in Reckless Detective and Crime Novelist. Two rares in the pack, we have a blue-black Surveil land, and then we also have Sharp-Eyed Rookie. It's a 2/2 human detective with vigilance. Basically, whenever a bigger creature comes into play on your side of the battlefield, it'll get a +1/+1 counter and investigate. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that. I'm pretty interested. I have yet to play I've yet to play any decks in the Sultai space, so green-black, green-blue, or an amalgamation of the three, so I'd like to give that a shot. We have the green-black Signpost Uncommon in the pack as a potential wheel. Man. Anytime I see this, I mean, this is what they refer to as a mythic uncommon because it's just like so powerful, even though it's not a rare. Anytime I see this card, like pick 2, pick 3, and it's still in the pack, I'm like, geez, am I going to play white again? So, Glint Weaver is the only other green card in the pack aside from this disguised creature. There's a Murder, Concealed Weapon. Glint Weaver is pretty strong, but I don't know. Can't pass up Neighborhood Guardian, and green-white would be fine, I think, if it comes to that. So, we do have an Insidious Roots here. I've wanted to play that deck. We have to be collecting evidence or otherwise have stuff leave the graveyard, though. I'm going to highlight the Novice Inspector. Again, not a lot of green in the pack otherwise. We have a Fanatical Strength, which is a fine trick. But I think we're just going to grab the Novice Inspector. Okay. So we've got a Topiary Panther, a Karlov Watchdog, Call a Surprise Witness, it looks like we have the pieces for a potentially, pretty aggressive white deck with the Sharp-Eyed Rookie. So we could end up white-green, but we could also just be, primary white and either go the Boros direction, the Selesnya direction, the Orzhov direction. So let's grab the Watchdog. And yeah, Auspicious Arrival is a pretty good white trick as well. Okay, so we have Lightning Helix. Lightning Helix is pretty good removal. I think that's the second one we've seen. Market Watch Phantom is pretty solid 2-drop as well, though. And if we pick that up, we just have like a really fantastic suite of low-costed aggressive creatures. Griffknot Tracker, also in the pack. We will... I think I want to pick up the Phantom over the Lightning Helix at the moment. We'll see if we can get some makeshift bindings or The 1 mana, okay, there's the bite spell. I was thinking the 1 mana, 1 green mana bite spell. Hazda Vigilante is a pretty great curve topper. There's a make your move, a bite down on crime. I'm gonna get the bite down on crime. I have a feeling we might, for either one of those picks, I don't think it really matters. I think we'll likely see more of both of those cards. So let's see. So we have Fanatical Strength as an option. Not really interested in Defenestrated Phantom. Not really interested in Rebel Belt Maverick. Probably going Dogwalker here. It looks like we are going to be white deck, so we're going to want to look out for On the Job, the 4 mana +2/+1 combat trick. I think we can go ahead and pick up a Thinking Cap here. We have 3 detectives already. If we pick up an Inside Source, we will increase that count for sure. We'll probably pick up multiple detectives with white. So yeah, let's grab that. Probably not going to play any of these cards on the wheel. I'll board the Toxin Analysis in the event that we wind up, there we go, there's the On the Job. In the event that we potentially pivot into Orzhov. Probably not playing any of these creatures either. Another Neighborhood Guardian. Lots of blue here. Fey Flight, Dramatic Accusation, Surveillance Monitor. We'll grab the Neighborhood Guardian. It's going to be pretty great to have 2 of those. We also have a Dogwalker in the pack, a Crowd Control Warden. So we'll pick that up. We could potentially play this for the Overrun effect with the 2 green mana. So I'm not going to cut that immediately, but some good removal here in Galvanize and Long Goodbye. There's also the 2-color, the green-white Surveil land. We have a Seasoned Consultant. I'm going to grab the Galvanize in case we do pivot here to red-white. The red-blue rare, draw 2, then you may discard 2 cards, whatever the highest mana value is of the discarded cards. It's like a board wipe for that much. Probably going to grab this case. It looks like the pivot into red-white might happen this pack. So we'll go ahead and grab that. Auspicious Arrival. There is a Private Eye in the pack. We could also pivot into blue-white, but I think we'll go Auspicious Arrival here. Escape Tunnel. We could do some fixing. Fuss and Bother. I think I might actually pick up the Fuss and Bother. Put a +1/+1 counter on each attacking creature is pretty solid if we're going wide. I think we can save the Escape Tunnel for a later pick, potentially. Let's go ahead and grab that. I'm going to put the Hustle Bustle into the sideboard for now. Okay, we got our Hazda Vigilante. Pick that up. Another on the job. Let's maybe grab Creeper here instead of the second on the job. Grab the Griffnot Tracker. Okay, so all that blue made it back around, interestingly. I'm gonna grab this Airtight Alibi. Okay. I guess I'll grab the Granite Witness here. It's got a double white disguise cost, which is pretty doable in our deck. It's also a detective. We'll grab a second Thinking Cap. Throw the rope in the sideboard. Crime Spray. So let's get that out. Let's move our disguise creatures over. Ooh, okay. So we have some really good options in this pack. So we have the Case of the Gateway Express. This is the 2-mana case that deals damage to an opponent's creature equal to the number of creatures you have. So this is good with us going sideways. There's also a Makeshift Binding as well as a Shock. So I think we'll pick up the white case. Makeshift Binding, it's pretty good. There's also a Flourishing Bloomkin. I think I'm gonna go Makeshift Binding here over the Flourishing Bloomkin. Still unclear to me if we're gonna end up green-white or red-white. Maybe gonna go Person of Interest here, and then that kind of solidifies us as red-white, go wide. I think Crowd Control Warden over a second Bite Down or this green rare, unfortunately, or Public Thoroughfare. I think that's fine. I think that's a fine pick. Lightning Helix, okay. Very late Lightning Helix. Well, I guess pick 5, but still. Another Person of Interest or a Call a Surprise Witness. Let's see, where are we at? Creature, non-creature, yeah. I don't think we need a second Person of Interest. I guess we could grab a second on the job over a Topiary Panther if we are going to be pretty red-white at this point. have the Rift Burst Hellion. I don't think we'll play that, or the Braggart. No, not Fanatical Strength. I guess a second Auspicious Arrival. Yeah, we'll grab the second Auspicious Arrival. A third on the job. We're not going to play that. Whatever that is. And make your move. Okay. All right, so we are on to deck building. So we can go ahead and take out the trash. Stuff we know we won't be playing. I think pretty safe to say we're gonna go white-red. We could probably make a case for going green-white, but our removal is a little bit better in red. We have access to the Galvanize and the Lightning Helix, as well as the case of the Burning Masks and Person of Interest. Get rid of our forests. We can go up on lands. We're almost, I mean, we're like super skewed white. We're like almost a white, mono white deck. So we need to come down on non-creatures and get some creatures back in here, it looks like. If we did pick up any fixing, I would probably play the Sharp-Eyed Rookie. Would have benefited from an inside source as well. Yeah, if we had like any other fixing, like a Nervous Gardener, although I guess you kind of need to be base green for any of that fixing. Topiary Panther, Nervous Gardener, etc. Let's maybe get rid of a Call Surprise Witness. Like, how much would it screw us up if we went like 2 forests? Probably screw us up, right? Yeah, I think that's what I found. If I'm only, because it's the thing is it's a 2-drop, so without an escape tunnel, I just don't think it's worth it. It's just awkward without the fixing to support. I'm just gonna get rocked. Let's go 369. Damn, she fine. That's 18 lands, right? Yeah. 863. Yeah, we'll run this for a game, and we can see if we get absolutely screwed or not. And then if so, we can reconsider the sharp-eyed rookie. It's just a solid 2-drop. So we shall see. Almost mono white, but playing 3 colors. Yeah. Okay. Quite a slew of disguised creatures here. We'll go ahead and trade the creeper here if opponent wants to. Let's go. I mean, we're on our way to just hardcast the Hellion, so I think we could. Just equip a detective here, swing in, and then we'll disguise the Granite Witness, and there you go. Okay. So let's flip the Witness. We will tap down the Cold Case Cracker and swing with the squad. Gladly take out both of those creatures. Let's disguise, and with our remaining mana we can equip the Granite Witness. Awesome. And the next turn we'll flip the Hellion, make it a 6/7. Okay. Yeah, so the person of interest is not a detective, unfortunately. Opponent's gonna have to go dig for some answers for this Hellion. 6/7 with reach. Okay, so they use the rest of their mana. That's great. Let's go Binding on the Cracker. Bind that Cracker right up. We'll move the Thinking Cap over the Person of Interest and get a big ol' swing in. GG's. Deck was a beater. Thankfully, really didn't have a problem with the mana base there. In a little slow start, but our opponent was very slow as well, and it benefited us to be on the play. So, Queasel. Okay. Cool. I think I would like to go ahead and get our Phantom out. We'll save our removal for potentially something else. Opponent probably wants to remove our Neighborhood Guardian. Or just swing in and see how we block. Yeah, we're not going to block. Okay. So, I think we probably want to go ahead and kill this disguise creature while we can. I don't really want to attack in and lose either one of these creatures, so we'll just pass here. We'll probably take 4 damage. We'll get 2 back from the Makeshift Binding. Is opponent gonna on the job here before we remove one of our creatures? Okay. So if opponent has on the job here, I think we still want to block the Herring. they'll get 6 in, and then we will remove Aurelia. We'll gain 2 life back. We'll attack him with the 4/4 and leave the 3/3 behind to block. Combat trick potentially, or they just lose their bystander and get the investigate trigger. That's fine. It's 5. So we have to hard cast it. Probably wants to sacrifice a clue before combat. Let's go to combat. Okay. So we're gonna take 3 in the air. We need to draw a lightning helix. Take 3. Hopefully I don't have a shock. Person of interest. We will go ahead and turn the dog walker face up and get our doggo tokens. On the job here would also be really good. I'm just sorting out the blocks. So we're going to play the Hellion to block the Granite Witness. We have the 5/5 on the Disguise Creature. We can double block the Menace, and then we have the Dog Walker for the token. So I guess let's go Warden. Let's swing with the Warden. Brick Wall's their Granite Witness unless they have shock, unless they pull shock or makeshift binding. Sack the clue, draw a card. I would assume they probably have a land in their hand. Okay. That's great. Can we win here? No, we cannot. Let's go. Is that too risky? Yeah, let's just do it like that. And then we will tap down something. Probably the Granite Witness. Nice. Got there. What a comeback. Sweating bullets there. Super aggressive opponent. We just managed to stabilize with some big disguised creatures. So that worked out really nicely. Ooh. Mythic opponent in the house. I don't know that we can mulligan this though. Let's just hope we draw a red source. Or a 2-drop. Wow. Sultai dual surveil lands. Okay, so we have a disguised creature. That's something. It will be nice to hose their Rubble Belt Maverick. I think we can maybe attack here with the Auspicious Arrival. Okay, so we'll go Tracker, exile their graveyard. Next turn we can case if they don't flip. Yeah, we can case and kill their disguised creature. Ooh, double guardian. Let's go ahead and get rid of their disguised creature. No blocks. Opponent disguises again. Let's just attack with the tracker. We will play out a guardian, and then we can either tap down their eavesdropper by flipping the Granite Witness, or we could Auspicious Arrival. Just set up a little combat trick block. I think I like the idea do we maybe interact here? Pump the Guardian? See if they respond, see if they flip their creature in response. Extra removal, okay. I'm alright with that. Get 2 removal spells out of their hand. We have a backup anyway, so. If I draw red, we can remove the eavesdropper. Of course, we don't. Let's just attack with the tracker. We will. It's 2 white, yeah. We'll go Guardian. We've got the Granite Witness flip. Let's go ahead and flip the Granite Witness, tap down the eavesdropper, see if they have a response. Yeah, I think that's game over. We have the on the job. Nice. Took down a mythic opponent. Some would be said about that. We have all our colors, we have early interaction. Let's roll it. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, I think we do want to go ahead and remove that. We don't want them to get value off of that. I'm not necessarily trying to be like super aggressive here, but if they have other creatures that die, they'll just make clues. So I think good to go ahead and get that out. I'm cool with chilling. If we draw another land, we can case. There we go. Very Snoop. Okay. We'll say go. So hopefully we draw land and we can play Vigilante. It'll trigger the rookie, so it'll go ahead and get a counter. Then we could either put the counter from Vigilante. I guess we would have to sequence the triggers such that we put the counter on first before the rookie's trigger goes on the stack. Alright, so the mana is a little awkward here. I'm tempted to swing in and see if they block, and if they do, I'll use this fuss trick. Okay, so we'll just play the Watchdog second main phase. Rookie will get a counter and we will investigate. And then next turn we can attack him with 3. Turn too late. Let's go ahead and sack this clue, see if we can get a land. Okay. We'll attack in here. Everybody will get +1/+1. See how they block. We have the lightning helix available. So I think I do want to keep the watchdog, so we'll go ahead and lightning helix here. We solve our case, get +1/+0. If we draw white source, we're in business. We have the on the job, we have the fuss. So opponent going to continue to chip away for 5 in the air. I'm going to flip concealed weapon. I'm not sure why they wouldn't have done that. Okay. So let's say they block the watchdog. We'll have 7, 8, 9 go through. So they must have some sort of interaction here. We'll go ahead and attack and see what they do. We'll see how they block. I don't know if they can flash something in or if they maybe have a murder. So we're still going to hit them for 9? I mean, they've got to have something else going on. Okay. Let's draw a white source. Let's draw a white source. There we go. The heck? What? I guess, what do we want to do here? Do we want to... Let's go ahead and do this. Really don't care about the creeper, so I'm fine with swinging in with that, seeing if they want to offer to trade. Despite our little mana hiccup, we're doing all right. Okay. Opponent gets to loot. Ooh, they got a wall. So we will over to the wall. Swing in. I think we can galvanize their courier before they go to combat, yeah. Okay. Six mana to flip. Let's swing in with both. Okay. So we could swing in for 7 and tap down their investigator. Let's just... Let's just go person of interest. We're super far ahead. So next turn we can flip the Granite Witness, tap down the 4/4, and full send. Don't board wipe. I have 2 evasive creatures, so I need to deal with the 2 of them. GG's. Got it. Ranking up. Knock. Novice Inspector turn 1. We just need a 3rd land, and we are golden. We'll sack our clue here, add opponent's end step. So this is the creature that they can collect evidence and turn a land into a 5/5. So they're not quite there yet, but they will be soon. I think let's go ahead and Guardian. We'll save the Galvanize. I mean, the good thing is we have a handful of removal if push comes to shove, but we really just need some land. So in order not to discard at end step, I'm just going to go ahead and use this Galvanize now. Super unfortunate. We're just getting hosed on lands. Okay. Something. I'm gonna go ahead and attack him with the Guardian. We're not gonna block with it, so if they want to trade, that's fine. Manual tap. I think that means the disguised creature's probably either a Dog Walker, a Sanguine Savior, or Granite Witness if they're trying to keep their 2 white. Sure. So now we can case that. Jeez. And then we'll play out our thinking cap. Say go. Give me land. Let's go Witness. So we draw land. I think next turn we'll likely Griffknot Tracker. We'll get rid of their graveyard. We'll have a flyer to block the Cold Case Tracker. We'll obviously attack in before we do that. If we draw planes, we can threaten on the job. Okay. Okay. There we go. So I think let's go ahead and get rid of their graveyard. Put a flyer on our side of the board. We'll say go. Tracker is a detective, so we can equip for 1 to give it +1/+2. So we can make it a 4/4. Probably let the cold case cracker in for a hit here so that we can then put the thinking cap on. Probably disguise another creature. So what would opponent do here? On the job? Maybe they have their own on the job. +2/+1. I think we'll do it like that. Makes the opponent a little less inclined. Okay. So we live. That's good. I think we're still pretty dead though. Yeah. Because we can Dogwalker for 2, and then we can disguise a creature for 3. We're just dead. We're pretty dead. Good game. Okay. We can work with this. I think we'll still just go ahead and get the Phantom out. If this mountain or plains, we get on the job next turn. Five mana. I think we'll pass here, unfortunately. I think we will Hazda Vigilante next turn. Can also flip the Crowd Control Warden if we want. Opponent is definitely playing a slower, grindier deck, so we want to start, I think we want to start pushing. That's great. That's perfect. Let's go ahead and full send and see what they do. Okay. I think next turn I'll likely hold off on playing the Vigilante in case they have a board wipe. Maybe I will. We have the mana to flip up Crowd Control Warden, so cool. I think we go Vigilante here. Give a counter to the disguise creature and attack in. Okay, yeah, so now we definitely need to attack in. Let's go Neighborhood Guardian. We will hold back the rookie. We'll sacrifice this clue at end step instead. And then next turn, we can play the rookie to get a Guardian trigger. And then potentially we draw a creature that is bigger than the rookie to play after it to give it a trigger as well. So I guess they exiled the on the job? Yeah, they exiled the on the job, and we're only running one, so. Opponent is looking through our library. Seeing what else we got. I guess we have all our removal. We haven't drawn or played any removal yet, so we'll go ahead and sack our clue. So we draw a land here, we can flip the Hellion next turn. 6/7. Pretty freaking big. Let's get rid of the onlooker and board wipe. And we'll say go. So we're 1 mana away from being able to flip our Hellion. Let's see when this triggers. So it's whenever a creature they control dies. So I guess let's go 3 in the air. And then we'll go Person of Interest. We can chump the 5/6. They might have a bite spell here. Okay, so they play Disguised Creature. So no blocks. Nice. Let's go. I think we can win here, maybe, question mark. Let's makeshift the interrogators. So we definitely have 5 once we remove their 2/2. Yeah. All right, we got it. GG's. All right, final game, 6-1. Excellent. Excellent. Touche. Nice. I guess let's go ahead and use our full mana here. Next turn, hopefully we draw a red source and we can play Person of Interest. Notably, opponent didn't sacrifice their artifact there. There we go. And then next turn we can rookie, we can makeshift binding, or we could rookie, flip our dog walker, and then on the subsequent turn just have a full board to swing with on the job. I'm not quite sure why the opponent didn't sacrifice their artifact there, unless this is an investigator deck. Or interrogator, the card that we just played against where they give poison counters. Okay. This doesn't feel great, but I think it is the move. Okay. So we don't get the biggest swing without the 1/1 dog tokens, but that's totally fine. I think that was incredibly favorable trade, so we will take it. We'll have the clue to sack next turn, draw a card. Okay. All right, so opponent is spinning wheels, which is a good sign for us. Let's go ahead and sacrifice the clue first main phase. Okay. Let's play that. Let's hope that they don't have the board wipe. A board wipe. Yeah. So we don't have lethal here. I'm gonna just swing with the menace. Opponent gets to look at the top of their deck. Ooh, okay. We need to finish this quick. I think that's still game for us because we have a 3/4 menace. There it is. 7/1. Up to plat 2. Nice. All right. To wrap it up, take another look at the deck here. I was a little worried about the splash for green. I feel like other drafts I've done where I've splashed a third color when I'm playing base white aggressive decks, I've just always gotten hosed. And surprisingly, we didn't even really have the fixing here to pull this off, but draws were just good enough to where it did work out for us. So we're playing a base white aggressive deck, 2 Neighborhood Guardians, Market Watch Phantom, case of the Gateway Express, couple pumps here and there, a single On the Job, single Auspicious Arrival. We had a Thinking Cap. But yeah, removal was just really solid. We had a Lightning Helix, Galvanize, Makeshift Binding, again, the case of the Gateway Express. Just excelled at, going sideways. We had a Person of Interest, a Dog Walker. Would have been nice if we had maybe an Inside Source, or a Shock. I think those are the only kind of two cards that were noticeable that we were lacking, that maybe we would have done even better. But I mean, we went 7-1, so that was a really, really great playthrough. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Made it up to Plat Tier 2. Goal this set is to make it to Diamond, which I think is probably doable. Not shooting for the moon, not going for Mythic or anything like that, but I would really like to finish off Diamond for this set. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.